Well, I was going to say, where do I go from that? Right after the funny man. Look, I'm here today to talk to you about the work aspect of living and working in a 24/7. My name's Vanessa Domaschenz. I work for Deloitte. For those of you who are familiar with Deloitte, we're a large professional services firm. We have 6,000 staff across Australia. So you can appreciate for us, that it's very important for us to be able to enable people to live and work in a 24/7 environment because we have many locations globally. What I wanted to talk to you today about is we operate in times of unprecedented change and opportunity. Gone are the days where we have a traditional career. People want different things these days. So we started off in a world where people, got to work at 8:30, left work at 5:30. These days, people don't want that sort of career. Those traditional careers are dead. And so we've seen an explosion in contingent workforce. As you can see, I've got the stats up on the screen. Most importantly for us, as we've talked about earlier, there's a big tsunami of data. So there's predictive data, there's structured data, there's unstructured data. And it's coming at us left, right and centre. So all our employees are operating in this environment and just don't know what to do. So this is what happens in 60 seconds, right? It's phenomenal. Last year, there's 18 million text messages were sent in 60 seconds this year. Last year, it was 15,000, right? 15 million. So you can see the velocity of this is, increased significantly. 38 million messages are sent on WhatsApp. It's amazing. So what we're doing is we've got employees who are working in this environment and are always hyper-connected. And we're expecting them to be able to get messages out, deal with all these things. And what we're finding is that people are feeling overwhelmed. So you've got LinkedIn, you've got WhatsApp, you've got Twitter, and that's before you get to your emails, right? So we did some research to understand what the impacts on the worker were when they started to get all these information sources. So what we found is that every day, to your point earlier, we look at our phones 150 times a day, right? That's crazy, right? I mean, I find that phenomenal. And more than 80% of companies say that the work's getting more complex or highly complex. So we've got people checking their phones all the time, the work's getting more complex, and programs at organisations here don't have programs in place to be able to help people through this complexity. So what do we do about it? I think as employers and as workers, we have a big responsibility to look at our employee engagement and our wellness levels, right? Take away some of that complexity, look in. So we talk about we have a big responsibility to look at how people think, act and react differently. So a couple of things I wanted to call out. When we look at this, and this is the think, this is the act, and this is the react model, it's really important for us to be able to build up a sense of resilience in our teams, right? We know things are going to change. We know things are going to be complex. So we need to give our staff the skills to be able to do it differently. We need to be able to let them know that making decisions with 80% of the information is okay, right? Just make decisions and move forward. The longer people stay on making and not make decisions, it gets more complex for them. They get anxious, and then their teams get anxious because they see other people in the workplace getting anxious. So what we've done is done some research to say, okay, what are the critical skills that people need to be able to operate in this 24/7 world? And we've come up with a number of things. I think the most important thing is that we often talk about our customers, but we forget about our employees, right? So we say, we want to create a simpler, faster, more positive experience for our customers. But what the hell about our employees? They're the ones at the front face of our business. So don't forget about your employees. Put your employees first. I think it's really important that we think about this, the EQ, the SQ, the TQ. We really need to make sure that we accommodate all that. So I've got some suggestions here, right, some practical stuff about what we can do. There's some apps that can help you do this, help you take charge, and what we're calling a digital detox. I took the brave move last year. I took my holidays and I had my phone off for 13 days just on a complete digital detox. If you don't want to be that brave, you can use some of these applications, and here's some simple things that you can do. So go grey. You know how your phone's really bright? There's some applications that you can do to make it less bright so it doesn't sort of sing out and have a halo all over it. Say, look at me, 150 times a day. You can delete unused apps. The less apps you have on your phone, the less likely you are to look at them. And turn off your notifications. Stop the zing, zing, zing all the time. That's distracting you from doing your work. And spam. That's an easy one, no brainer. Turn it off your phone. And finally, I've got some tips here to get your journey started. When you go away today, you're a role model for your organisation.